time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. Papa Was a Rolling Stone was a song written by Norman Whitfield and Barrett Strong in 1971. Now, Norman Whitfield produced a version, this was the first version of the song, with the group The Undisputed Truth in 1972, and they were a Motown Records act. They released it as a single, and it got to number 63 on Billboard's HOT 100 singles chart. What's interesting is that same year, Norman Whitfield produced a version of the song with the Temptations. They released that as a single, and it hit number 1 on Billboard's HOT 100 singles chart here in the United States. And I remember that song was played on the radio all the time, and I loved it. Great bass line in the song, and a wonderful story as well. Or not wonderful, but maybe an interesting story, let's say. But I didn't realize until recently that that single was an edit to a 12-minute version of the song that was released on their album All Directions in 1972. The edit was down to 7 minutes. So 7 minutes was a long time for a single to be played on the radio, and I don't remember it being that long. So I'm assuming that maybe DJs edited it down even further to get it to like under 4 minutes. But it's a great song, and I thought, I've never heard the 12-minute version, and I love extended versions of songs. I'm a big 12-inch single guy, so I love it when they take a song and extend it and put all kinds of stuff in it. It gets me excited. So I thought, let's listen to the Temptations' original 12-minute version that was released on the album and see where it goes, okay? Here we go with the Temptations. Their number 1 hit in 1972, Papa Was a Rollin' Stone. Okay, I just want to stop it right here a minute. Doesn't seem like this beginning will ever end. I love it though. I love it. We're like 3 minutes and 45 seconds into the song, and we haven't heard any vocals yet. But I love this beginning. Uh, the single version, yeah, I mean, that beginning is much, much shorter. They edited a lot of this out of the single version. But I always thought this sounded a little bit like the theme to Shaft. Now, the theme The Shaft was released a year prior, was released in 1971. And that bass with that wah-wah guitar in there just always reminded me of Shaft. But I really like where they're going with this. I'm big into this kind of music. So I love the bass starts out and he's got the hi-hat playing. And then that wah-wah guitar comes in. And that goes for a while. And then they bring in a trumpet. I think that was a trumpet. And that sounded awesome. Then they brought in a keyboard. They brought in some keyboards. Then they brought in some strings. I mean, this layering that they're doing on the beginning of this song is just phenomenal. And like I said, I've never heard this extended beginning before, but I love it. I love it. I mean, this could probably be the whole song for me. But like I said, the single it was the bass, and I think it was the bass, and then the hi-hat came in, and then the guitars, and I think then the vocals came in, if I remember correctly. So you're missing all of this beginning that Whitfield produced into the song. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Let's see when the vocals come in. We're gonna start this back up again.
It was the 3rd of September. That day I'll always remember. Yes, I will. 'Cause that was the day that my daddy died. I never got a chance to see him. Never heard nothing but bad things about him. Mama, I'm depending on you. Tell me the truth. Mama just hung her head and said, son, Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. Oh, Papa was a rolling stone, my son, yeah. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone.
Okay, we're hearing a little bit of story about Papa. Papa just died, and they're asking Mama, give us a little bit of story about Papa. We don't know him very well. But what I really like about this song, I mean, I like how they're singing it. I mean, you can hear the lyrics very, very clearly, which is really good for this because it is a story, and the harmony. Temptations had great harmony, and you know they hit I think every octave in the keys. I mean, you had everybody singing a different octave, and that the harmony was just so good with the Temptations. I really loved hearing them, and they're doing that in the refrain of this song as well, which is really cool. So let's keep on going.
The Rolling Stone, my son, yeah. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all he left us was alone. Hey, Mama, is it true what they say that Papa never worked a day in his life?
And Mama, Bad talk going around town saying that Papa had 3 outside children and another wife. And that ain't right.
Heard some talk about Papa doing some storefront preaching, talking about saving souls and all the time leeching, dealing in that and stealing in the name of the Lord. Mama just hung her head and said, Papa was a rolling stone, my son. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, oh, he left for the Lord. Hey, Papa was a rolling stone. That it. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, oh, he left this for the Lord.
That's a cool verse. So the first verse, I believe, was just one of the Temptations singing, and then the others were in harmony with him. The second verse, though, each one of the Temptations takes a line to ask Mama a question or things they have heard about their Papa. And I really like that verse because you get all those different styles of vocalization on each one of the lines in the verse. That's just a perfect verse in this song. I just really love hearing that verse. Let's keep on going.
Hey, Papa was a rolling stone. That it. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, oh, he left this for the Lord.
himself a jack of all trades. Tell me, is that what sent Papa to an early grave? Folks say Papa would beg, borrow, steal to pay his bills.
Hey, Mama, folks say Papa never was much on thinking. Spent most of his time chasing women and drinking.
Mama, I'm depending on you to tell me the truth.
Mama looked up with a tear in her eye and said, son,
Papa was a rolling stone.
Well, 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 well.
Wherever he laid his head was his home. And when he died,
All he left us was a lone, 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 lone.
Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his head was his home. And when he died,
All he left us was a lone. I said,
Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his head was his home. And when he died,
all he left us was a lone. My daddy was, yes he
Wow. Wow, that was pretty good. That was pretty long. Boy, I like that though. I like I said, I'm a big freak for 12-inch singles and extended versions and stuff. And when I saw that they had a 12-minute version of this song, it was like, okay, what did they do to make this 12 minutes long? Well, it has all the elements of the single. You've got the three verses sung by the Temptations, but that Whitfield added all this instrumentation. Even like between the verses, there was added instrumentation that I don't believe was in the single. They had some long breaks between the verses, especially between the second and the third verse. There was a long break of the bass guitar, the wah-wah pedal, the strings. But it wasn't like it didn't seem extensive. It seemed like this was how it was supposed to be. It just all sort of fit together. But you always waited for the vocals. That's when you're listening to the Temptations, right? You're listening for this group. They're more of a singing group than they are of an instrumentation group. While this song, Papa Was a Rolling Stone, this version is all about the instrumentation, and I'm not so sure it was as much about the vocals and the lyrics, which I think make this song, especially that last verse too. The second and the third verse I really like, because that's when the different members of the band pick up lines in that verse and sing them. So you get that different feeling of each of who is supposed to be the sons of Papa, and the questions that they're asking and the things that they've heard. Just really like that. That sounds so cool. Then they get into the refrain with Papa Was a Rolling Stone, and they have those great harmonies in there. This is just simply a fantastic harmony group. Temptations are a fantastic harmony group. So I thought this was kind of fun. Again, like I started out when I stopped it originally, I said, this kind of reminds me of the theme to Shaft, because it's got that repetitive bass and hi-hat and wah-wah pedal guitar throughout the beginning of the song, and that reminds me so much of Shaft. But this is great. It's not Isaac Hayes. This is Whitfield and Strong, and they wrote a great song. This is a great song, and the Temptations hey, they took it to #1, so it was a monster hit in 1972. So I really enjoyed this. This is kind of fun. I want to also note that the turntable they use is an Audio Technica, and I have that same turntable. It's on the shelf over here. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button. That'd be really cool. If you have any comments about the Temptations, the song Papa Was a Rolling Stone, hey, put it in the comments below. I'd really appreciate that. That'd be so cool. I'm going to take a link to this video, which was kind of, kind of fun watching the turntable turn with the record. And they actually recorded it because you could hear vinyl noise at the end of the song. So this was actually taken from the record. So I thought that was really clean. But I'm going to take a link to this video and put it in my notes below or the description below. So if you want to see it again and hear the song again, go down, pick on that link, it'll open up and you'll be able to hear it again. I won't be stopping it. It'll be just playing straight through 12 minutes and 4 seconds. I'm also going to take a link to the channel that uploaded this video and put it in my notes or description below as well. If you want to check out that channel, click on that. It'll take it to that channel. There might be some other interesting things on there as well. Hey, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, let's do it right now. If you have my video open, which I hope you still do, go below the video, hit subscribe, and you're in. That's all you got to do. If you go over here, though, and ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. So I had to hear this today. I found out this weekend that there was a 12-minute version of this, and it's like, I'm going to save it for Driving with Todd so that I can watch it and share it with the viewers as well. So it put a big smile on my face. It was a rocker. I could have danced the night away to this song, and I hope it put a big smile on your face, and you could have danced the night away. And peace out, baby.